It's a new page, so I wanted to go live, let people know I'm real. Kind of got locked out. I'm back in my other page, but I'm restricted from doing certain things, so kind of wanted to start over fresh too, because I don't like to see all the distractions, really. And it was too many to just go in there and try to knock it all out. But I've been thinking about like how the world going and seeing everybody panic, and it made me have to come to this question to ask people, like, what is your agenda? You know what I mean? And agenda don't mean bad necessarily. It doesn't mean like you up to something. It's just like, what is your real end goal? Like, if you could write a mission statement for your life, what would that mission statement say? And I'm thinking about it because of 2019 BC, before COVID. I have basically the same goals now that I did years ago then. And it was basically to become self-sufficient, live off the land, and do my best to build my own legacy. You know what I mean? Something I'm gonna leave behind. And what I'm realizing is, like, a lot of people, what they thought life was about, that's really not what life is about. They just want to pay their bills and come home, maybe have some kids, get married, you know what I mean, and just, I don't know, have a nice car or something like that, and be able to go to public events or something every now and then, whatever that is. And it made me think, because, you know, I have mentors, and it's a group of us, and for some people that's all they see, and they're probably realizing now that that can't just be it. You know, I don't want to say in a disrespectful way, but it's almost like that's just basic now, because you need a way to create your own abundance. You need a way to create your own overflow and a way to pass that down. And that can't be done with just a job or getting a check or accepting money and your face isn't on that money. And there's a lot of things that are just distractions. The reason why I don't, if y'all notice, I don't really post what's happening in the world too often. You can get that anywhere else. If I need to see it, I get it anywhere else. But I just really focus on what I'm doing and what a solution to all of that is, without having to say what the problem is. So it's like what's going on now with Russia and Ukraine, you know, to be like current. It's like, it's making people think, oh, we're in a war, this is World War III. And what people don't realize is, like, World War III is the revolution. They're not gonna say it's World War III. If there's ever a World War III, that means all of us would be fighting. Everybody, including you, whether you want to or not. You'll be part of that war in some type, form, or fashion. So it's just, a lot of people don't feel affected by things until it personally happens to them. Like let's say a police killing happened. We don't feel anything by it until it happens in our family, and one of our little nieces and nephews, our children, or somebody is snatched up. Then all of a sudden we want everybody to be on board for our cause, or we want justice and all of that kind of stuff. And like, really, we're trying to ask the system to beat itself instead of us beating the system. And it's never going to work like that. They already know what they're doing. The laws are in place, and these are the enforcers and actors of it. Your politicians and all of that. Your president, your police, everybody. So it's like, we got to do something different. And you got to figure out what that is for you. Everybody got a different purpose or role. But It's basically knowing what is your soul purpose or what is God calling you to do, and not just what you want to do that you feel like is life to you. When there's way more than that. There's way more to it than that. Than to just live comfortably and that's it. All of us come from something, whether it's a teacher, a writer, some kind of educator, something. You feel me? So you gotta have your own agenda. You gotta know what are you gonna do and stop entertaining the entertainment and all the distractions and really figure out what life is really about. One thing about most people that have some kind of belief or I want to say belief because they don't really practice it. There's a difference between have a belief and to practice your belief. Like for me, I'm out here in nature right now. This is how I meditate. This is how I collect my thoughts. This is how I pray. And this is how I get myself together. People could say, oh, it's good to go eat healthy, but if they're not practicing it, it's just they might believe it works. But then if they're not doing anything and they're not acting on it, they don't really believe it. Or how big is their belief? Because you can even say, oh, I believe in the devil. They got two meanings to it. It's like believing in it, the way you believe in God, as in that's the way, or believing it exists. But most people are just at that point. They believe it exists. They're not doing anything to practice how they believe it, why they believe it. And so a lot of people don't take action in what they really need to do. Because if they don't do that with what they believe, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. So if they don't do that, they're not going to do anything else to really better themselves. They're not really going to do anything bigger than themselves. It's still going to be the basic, like I've been saying. Just want to go to work every day, come home, sit down, and that's it. And don't want to be bothered or whatever the case is. Right. So I just really want people to get that mindset. Like, what is your agenda? You know what I mean? Before what happened with with COVID and with these wars and police killings and all of that, years ago when I woke up to I have to do something for myself, I had an agenda. I'm working every day towards what I want to do, what I feel I need to do, be self-sufficient, grow food, get land, teach others how to do it. Like me and a group of my homeboys, like we got plans to do all that kind of stuff. Some of them are already doing it, or it's not on the scale we wanted to be at yet. But we've been working towards that for years. So it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter what war is going on. It don't matter what virus done came out. It don't matter what new fake food done came out. It don't matter who got killed by police and how everybody want to go to fight the law with the law. Like, none of that. I'm not numb to it. It's just me sitting there still focusing on what's actually current isn't going to do anything for the future. It's going to keep repeating itself. So I don't need to hear nothing new. I don't need to hear somebody else got choked to death or, by police or anything like that. I'm still focused on when I first changed my mind to do something about it. So that's what I want. That's what I want people to get to realize, is to think bigger. Think bigger than what you're already thinking. Because what you think you want and what you think is for you, it might not be for you. It's kind of like manifesting. I don't like to manifest a dollar amount of money. I like to manifest what I want to do in the journey. So if I sit here and say, I want $100 million, you never know. That might sound like a lot to you now, but you might be shortchanging yourself. You might get that $100 million and be like, dang, I need more than this. But if you didn't go and manifest some dollar amount, because that's just man-made anyway, and go manifest what you're actually going to do with your life, a higher calling, you'll get everything you need to come to you to do that. And you'll always have that overflow of abundance. So that's why I'm getting at now, because I don't have an overflow. I'm always giving from a half-empty cup. I'm always giving. And it's draining me. But now I got to get to a point where it's like I can't let none of that throw me off. I can't let nothing throw me off. I can't let do people believe in me or not throw me off. I can't look at likes and none of that kind of stuff. Because no matter what goes on in the world, I already know my calling, I already know my mission, and I already have a plan in place. So, I appreciate you getting on. You just got on. I didn't want to do it too long because I want to make this simple. But y'all can go watch this back. But I just want everybody to focus on practicing what they believe in and knowing your higher calling, knowing what you're really here for. I'm somebody that, like, everybody feels how they feel about Earth. I don't want to come back here. I don't want to do that. I'm not like that. And that's just my personal journey. I feel like I'm a warrior, so I feel like I'll come back here as many times as it takes until I'm satisfied with what's going on in the world. So if that's not for you, like I said, you got to figure out what your part in this journey is. You could just be a teacher. It is no telling. You know what I mean? You could be a doula. It's anything you could be. But it's basically some form of healing. It's like you have to have a service or be of service to people. And if you don't have that, I believe it's in everybody, but if you don't know what that looks like, or at least can figure out what you want to do, you got to get around people that'll help you expand your mind to see what you want to do or what you need to do. There's some people I already know now that was like, I just want to ball out, and then now they're changing their mind, like, no, it's bigger than that. So man, I don't watch TV. You know what I mean? The only time I see something crazy is getting on social media and seeing somebody post something, or maybe if I talk to my mom or something because she watches the news, but that's about it. And I'm at the point where I respect my boundaries, so I let people know I don't want to hear that. I don't need to hear that. A lot of people got the misconception about me like I'm just like extra positive, and they don't know that also means I got to protect myself against whatever to keep myself positive. I'm positive for me. So like some people will want to just get their problems out. I don't mind talking about problems, but a lot of people, they never come to a solution. It's just like endless rant. And so it's like, I can't keep doing that. I'm not that guy. You know what I mean? So it just comes back to a solution and what you need to do for yourself, you and yours. But I ain't gonna overcook the grits on that one, family. I'll catch y'all again. This is my real page, though. It's my live, my other page. I do have both pages back, but I really want to just focus on the new one. And yeah, man, y'all connect with me, link up with me. If you're in Atlanta, link up. You know what I mean? I'm a real cool person. You know what I'm saying? I'm a bubbly person. I'm usually always happy. I'm the same all day, every day. I wake up happy. I go to sleep happy. So, you know what I mean? It ain't perfect for me. I've been through those stages where like people are like, "Are you okay?" And I have, you know, my network of people where I can say, "No, I'm not," and we could talk about that. So a lot of people need to start like being truthful with themselves. If you're not okay, you're not going to get help. You're not. Nobody knows. I've had people close to me commit suicide. People die young. I just made 36. So nowadays that's a hard thing to do as a black man. So it's just, we got to feel safe to open up. I got brothers reaching out to me now that want to do, I always wanted to be in something like a Big Brother program. So stuff like that is coming together for me. Networking with like real like-minded brothers, because I'm usually solo dolo. I can't kick it with too many of you niggas out here, I'm gonna be honest. You gotta get your mind right. But I'm able to walk with all walks of life. You know what I mean? I'm from that background. I grew up like seeing the most crazy shit. So, you know, I can have a mindful conversation with a crackhead. I'm that type of dude. So you can learn something from him, what to do, what not to do. You just got to keep your mind open. And we got to start like, don't act like we know everything or when we're wrong, admit we're wrong. One of the greatest things you can have is accountability. Like, you got to have accountability for yourself. You got to be able to be like, look, I'm wrong. Or, you know, you also can't take things personal. Maybe somebody's intentions wasn't to do you wrong, but you felt wronged in a way. And it's our perspective of how we look at stuff. And we make things with, you know, something that they're not. But yeah, man, I was glad to get that off my chest. Just have an agenda. Do something bigger than yourself. Practice what you believe in. Peace, I'm out.